So that sounds to me like, where is my compass and where is my barometer? Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I quite like, the metaphor of the journey, the dialogue roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what map have you got for this journey?
Yeah. So, but if I understand you, I mean, I can have a map, and as you said, am I going to do this through pure willpower? But what I think you're asking a richer question is how am I going to get feedback that I may or may not like that keeps me in some sort of reality?
Yeah. So if you use the map analogy, is where I think I am on the map, does it correspond to the territory I'm in?
Right. Yeah, that's a really good.
And have I factored the weather into the map? I got a nice map, but if it's based on it all being sunny and it's pouring with rains and it's a gale and there are floods everywhere, the map's not going to work so well, and it might get wet and soggy, and you might get the map blown away.
So, what is the basic equipment I'm going to need to be able to navigate the unexpected?
Yeah.
Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah, absolutely. And if someone is a highly competent person who's well organized and well resourced, engaging with systemic win is going to be very different to someone who's in a mess, who's poorly resourced, who doesn't know what they're trying to do. So the starting point is always going to be very individual. And the systemic part of it is, what's your awareness of the systems? There's the system of self. There's the system of the other person, the other people we're dealing with. There's the contextual system. Do you have enough systemic awareness? If you're only focusing on one bit of it, you're going to get some very nasty shocks coming very quickly.
So can you pull out of the bag like an example of somebody who's on that journey and the questions they might ask themselves?
Can you give me a specific, I mean, I think I will try and relate to a territory someone else gives me. Can you think of an example? I mean, I could, if it's ironic and you might choose to cut this bit out, but this is exactly the scenario you've painted is exactly the scenario systemic win is in. It's all the theory is there, lots of the practices are there, but actually making it into a successful enterprise is something I haven't yet achieved.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So you've got theories. You've tested some of those theories in all sorts of contexts. I know that. I've been alongside you. We've got practices, some that we can do together, some that you've done, some things that I've done. But you haven't yet made systemic win into a successful enterprise.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and you could say that there are two or three successful enterprises. One enterprise is the community of people. It could be as small as a family. It could be a group, a wider group of people. Another enterprise is a charity. Another enterprise would be a successful company. And then you start to scale it up to local government, national government, etc.
Okay, so I'll come at this from a slightly different angle. Is that all right?
Sure.
Let me try something else. So the way I would look at this is, if I were an investor, if I'm going to invest millions of pounds in your business or enterprise or whatever, there's all the kind of detail of making sure, the product, the placement, all of that, the marketing and having someone that's going to buy it and all of that takes place. But if I were an investor now, I would say the last thing I want is to invest my money in a group of people for whom I can't tell if they're going to start fighting each other later on, and that there's going to be a lot of unnecessary conflict or unnecessary turmoil. And so I would want to know that right at the beginning we're doing something, or this business that I'm investing in has given thought to, the world of employment law, the world of people, the world of cooperation, the world of mutuality, so that actually it's not just we're going to bang something out there, make a load of profit, and we don't care about anybody.
Exactly. I mean, it's something that you've taught me a lot about which is the importance of good contracts, good agreements. And so, yeah, we have to cover all the basic agreements, including when things don't go as we hope they go, when one person's finding another person really difficult. How do we have good conflict processes that kick in at a really early stage, and particularly have an aim that at the end of the conflict, we're much better off than we were before that conflict began. It's not, oh, we've just patched over the hole. It's actually we're in a stronger place because we have a deeper level of understanding and trust of each other. So those are the sorts of agreements we've actually got to get in place.